In the middle of a burning desert, where even the strongest creatures struggled to survive, a tiny bird faced an impossible choice: fly away to safety, or risk everything to save his brother. What this little bird did next proved that even the smallest heart can hold the greatest courage. The desert was silent. Golden sand dunes stretched endlessly under the blazing sun. The wind blew softly, pushing waves of sand across the empty land. Water was almost impossible to find here. Food was rare, and survival was never guaranteed. High above the desert sky, two tiny birds were flying together. They were brothers. One was slightly bigger and stronger. The other was smaller, but brave and determined. They had been flying for hours, searching for a safe place to rest. But the desert showed no mercy. The sun grew hotter. Their wings grew tired, and their strength slowly faded. As the two birds flew lower over the dunes, something unexpected happened. A sudden strong wind rushed across the desert. The sandstorm came without warning. The smaller bird struggled to keep control in the violent wind. Chirp, chirp. The bigger bird tried to guide his brother, but the storm was too strong. Suddenly, the small bird was thrown off balance. He crashed straight into a thorny desert bush. Sharp thorns wrapped around his wing. He tried to escape, but the more he struggled, the tighter the thorns held him. The storm passed quickly, but the danger remained. The trapped bird cried out in fear. Chirp, chirp. His wing was stuck between the sharp thorns. Every movement caused pain. Above him, his brother circled in the sky. He saw everything. He could have flown away. In the desert, survival often means leaving the weak behind. But this tiny bird refused to abandon his brother. Instead, he landed beside the thorn bush. The trapped bird looked exhausted. His feathers were dusty, and his wing trembled with pain. His brother hopped closer. Chirp, chirp. It was almost as if he was saying, "Don't worry, I'm here." The rescuing bird studied the thorn bush carefully. The branches were sharp and dangerous. Even a small mistake could trap him too. But he didn't hesitate. Slowly, he began pulling at the thorns with his tiny beak, one branch at a time. The thorns were strong. Every time the bird pulled one branch away, another thorn blocked the trapped wing. The rescuing bird tried again and again. The hot desert sun burned above them. Minutes passed, then more minutes. The trapped bird was getting weaker, but his brother refused to give up. Finally, the brave little bird grabbed the largest thorn branch and pulled with all his strength. Crack! One branch snapped. The trapped wing loosened slightly. Hope returned. Encouraged, the tiny hero kept working. Pull, peck, pull again. And suddenly, the final thorn broke free. The trapped bird's wing slipped out of the bush. He collapsed onto the sand, exhausted but free. For a moment, both birds just rested. Then something amazing happened. A cool wind blew across the desert. Dark clouds slowly gathered in the sky. Rain in the desert was extremely rare. But that day it began to rain. The rain cooled the burning sand. Tiny drops of water landed on the bird's feathers. The rescued bird slowly stretched his wing. It hurt, but it could move. He looked at his brother, the little hero who refused to leave him behind. The two birds chirped happily. Then together they flapped their wings. 1, 2, and suddenly they lifted into the air, flying side by side once again. High above the desert, the two birds disappeared into the rainy sky. Their journey wasn't easy, but they survived because one tiny bird chose courage instead of fear, because sometimes heroes are not the biggest or strongest. Sometimes the greatest heroes are the smallest ones who refuse to give up on the ones they love. True courage is standing by someone when they need you the most. Even the smallest act of loyalty can become the greatest rescue. If you like this story, please like, subscribe, and share.